Apologies, I just realized I had my microphone turned off, unfortunately. So basically what I was doing was I was showing off what I've got. I've got lemon trees and walnut trees now, just waiting for them to come into, well, to mature. I bone mealed a few of the leaves. I bone mealed these lemons, but it seems like they're not quite working for whatever reason. So we're going ahead and making a treealizer to make sure that my lemon tree is in fact producing lemons. Should be. I mutated them using the mutatron, but I'm curious if biome affects trees as it does bees. So let's go to our good friend the Carpenter of Water. And make ourselves a treealizer. I'm gonna need honey to power this thing. And oh, this is like super slow. This is before you could upgrade these machines. Ugh. Okay, there goes that. Lemon. Okay, what's up with you? Yield lower. Okay, so maybe you drop lemons like oak trees drop apples. Soil plains. You prefer a plains biome. Well, let's try to get some lemons. See what happens. Alright, so it seems like one bone milling is all I need to get them mature. They're not quite as yellow as I expected they would be, but that's okay, I guess. Alright, I'm going to use the grafter so we can keep getting lemon saplings here. Oh, there we go, yeah. So lemons are not a guaranteed drop. Good to know. What? But they are dropping, so that is awesome. Just got unlucky on my first one. That's a relief. Oh no, not the unmatured leaf. Thank you very much. Why am I trying to lemon my tree? Okay, didn't get any from that batch. Oh no, I did get one. Two, actually. Alright, now I have some lemon wood. Well, let's get rid of the odd sapling. Sorry, I had a sneeze there. Ugh. Okay, let's put this lemon wood away. Let's put our grafter and treealizer away. And let's go put this bone meal away. So we got ourselves lemons. I'll get the walnuts off camera. It's probably a similar situation. Let's go ahead and show you guys what I've done with our applied energistic system off camera. So we have a smeltery now that exists for the sole purpose of producing gears. which is cool. I've got a magma crucible here. It has an export bus exporting cobblestone into a magma crucible, which then fills the lava tank. So it is always kept full capacity. I have 2 autonomous activators here over a hopper, which dumps into a chest, which goes back into the applied energistic system. This is exclusively for turning clay blocks into clay balls, because there's no other way to do that easily. I have an alchemical chemistry set with a blood orb in it, and it imports blaze rods, so I use this to make blaze rods. It takes 256 blaze powder to make 64 blaze rods. That was the only way I could put the recipe in properly. So I have to make my blaze rods 64 at a time, which is fine. What else have I added? I've added all this stuff over here. So I've got another magma crucible here, which is having glowstone exported into it. Glowstone's turning into energized glowstone. Gets put into this fluid transposer, which I can use to make item ducts and solar panels. I've got this guy who is taking the redstone from over here as well, sharing it with that cyclic assembler over there. Fluid transposer, so I can make redstone energy cell frames, mostly for solar panels. What else is new? I have this hooked up here. So I've got the export buses exporting redstone and printed silicon for our processors here. And then I just have a fluctuating item duct getting power and allowing for the extraction of stuff, but I don't have any servos on them because that tends to restrict the flow of power. So instead what I have is I just have a retriever here set to always be enabled, and it just pulls items from all these item ducts whenever there's stuff in them. So yeah. What else is new? I think that's everything. So we started a new cable here, so we've got 7 out of 32 channels left. This one is down to only having 2 channels left. So we'll see what I do with that. I don't know quite yet. And other than that, everything is looking good. So what I'm going to focus on today is I want to get ourselves a store. Whoa, that is not my backspace. Storage cell. There we go. I want us to go ahead and... Can't I use you to make better... Oh, we don't have extra cells in this? Okay. That's fine, I guess. Really? Cell. Okay. So I want 64K storage cells. So we're going to teach our system to make these things. Starting with you. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to need let's just make one, since apparently I already have a crystal for it. So we'll wait on him to finish. And while we do, let's go check on... Why is there always a squid in this tank? Well, not always, but so often there's a squid in that tank. So this is growing just fine. I bone mealed one so I would know what it looked like when it was done. So this guy's coming in. Looks like it's a pretty slow process to do this naturally, so I'll probably just end up bone mealing it all anyway. I'm feeling like I missed something that I did. Oh, I rebound the begonia to a mana, to one of those guys, so it can run all the time. I can convert these bees that I have over here into mana. because they do not produce just one offspring. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that now. 27 is a fair bit. I tore down the silverwood tree that didn't have a node in it because I needed room to grow the walnut tree. Okay, let's sleep the night away. Oh, I taught the applied energistics system how to make the top tier solar panels. That's what I'm forgetting. Okay. So yeah, we have all the way up to the solar panel 6. So let me show you what that involves. So let's go. That was the Oki, not the Yuki. The Yuki, like snow. So here's the recipe for this. So basically you upgrade the machine frame and you upgrade the energy cell frame at each stage. The big thing is the photovoltaic cells. So you make the top tier ones by putting blaze rods with the tier below, which is why I had to teach the system how to make blaze rods. These guys, you use the previous tier, you fluid transpose some glowstone onto it, which is why I have that set up. This setup we've seen before, it's just clay induction smelted with photovoltaic with the previous version. And then these guys is lapis, we've done that a million times, and so on and so forth. So pretty basic stuff, which is why I did it all off camera. And now our system knows how to craft all that. We have the thing now, I believe. So let's go ahead and do this. So what I want to teach you is indeed a crafting recipe. Do I have one of these? No, I do not. Let's go ahead and make you. Let's go ahead and get this going. There we go. So, teaching you to make that. There we go. We've got that pattern. Now all I need to do is go ahead and put that in here somewhere. Let's occupy one of these slots, shall we? I'm never going to be making any of these at the same time. So there you go. Alright, now let's go and hit the next tier, shall we? So I'm actually going to need this system to craft one of these. That's going to go. So let's look up what's in the next one. Not the creative one, the 4K one? Yeah, 4K. So I'm going to need 3 of you. I'm going to need a piece of quartz glass. So let's start getting this laid out. Kind of stumbled on my words there and didn't bother to correct myself. And now I'm pointing it out. So, let's see. Then I'm going to need an engineering press. Because of course I will. And this still takes a while regardless. So let's go ahead and while we wait, work on cards. I also put acceleration cards in a whole bunch of stuff. So let me show you guys how those are made. I still got to work on some, so I'll probably manage to do some of these on camera. But so it's one of these advanced cards combined with a fluix crystal. And these advanced cards are made with calculation processors, some iron, some diamonds, and some redstone. Relatively simple crafting recipes. Processors are a bit of a pain, especially when this is a pretty decent bottleneck. It's a shame whatever was removed from applied engineering here, whatever this was supposed to be, the fact that it's not here anymore is kind of sucky. Because I assume the crystal growth chamber would be a little bit quicker. Okay, it looks like it's ready. So you are going to also need one of these. So it's a fairly lengthy process. But now that I've done that, let me just cover the recipes on camera and then I can do the rest off camera. So we've got that basic one. This guy here. And we use him to make the 4Ks here. We do this recipe like so. The next step up is we replace the calculation one with an engineering. We replace the redstone with glowstone. And then we basically do the exact same thing. We just swap out the 4Ks for the 16Ks, and then that gets us the 64K. And then that gets us the 64K storage cell, which is what I will be filling this with at some point. And any drives that come later. So that's the plan. As it stands right now, we have a pretty decent... Oh, cool, we got butterflies now. Hello, butterfly. Lots of butterflies all over the place. Good for them. As it stands right now, we kind of have a bit of an eyesore back here, which is fine. It's not in our building. We're only revisiting it because we're continually improving it. But once it's all set up and we're good and happy, we really don't need to do much after that. How is our calculation processor coming? Oh. It'll be done in just a couple seconds because of the acceleration cards. I need to be over in this guy. Oh boy. Oh, that was close. No, I don't know why I don't have a platform here. I may as well. It's really... The golem can't walk past that barrier anyway, so what does it matter? And if he did, he'd have fallen to his death, so... Thing's done anyway. Let's go ahead and do that. And so that while this is all crafting, these two don't have to run in opposition. Like they don't have to occupy the same molecular assembler. I'm going to put this guy here, and so on and so forth. I've done the same thing for the solar panels. I've got the recipes spread out pretty thinly all over the place. I believe I mostly put them in the backs here, yeah. So that no crafting of one solar panel interferes with the crafting of the other ones, so they can run in all parallel. The entire process can run in parallel, which is generally the idea. So now I'm going to get this started so that I can teach it how to make the next one up later. And the good thing about this is that it's also going to allow me to start upgrading our crafting. Oh my god, really? My keyboard is under my desk, so it's got this little pull-out thing, but pulling it out really makes an annoying noise. I don't think I'm going to be able to narrow this down any further. these things, crafting units, should be next on my list, really. Co-processing units, I'm going to need to make a whole bunch more of these. The structures that I have over here, so that I can actually run crafting operations in parallel as well. And I can probably even upgrade this one so it can handle bigger tasks. I'll have one huge one for managing tasks. I'll have a whole bunch of other fringe ones for other such nonsense. Like stocking up these export buses. Like crafting these printed silicon. If this is occupied, it can't make any more printed silicon for me. It can't. So that is something that I have to get secondary things like those running. So I'll probably do that off camera. I'll start teaching it how to make all these storage components. We did these blocks all on camera, so I can teach the system how to make those as well. And then once we're back, we'll get onto the storage cells. But we are currently at time for today. So that's going to do it for this episode. So thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed all that fun stuff as always. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like or a comment. Any and all feedback is always very much appreciated. Helps me out a ton. And I do always love hearing from you guys. And next time, we'll be doing all those things I talked about. It'll be good. Look at that. I managed to squeeze one more in. Alright, see you guys then. Bye for now.